trying to harass Curry. Curry off the dribble, layup off the glass.
It's not surprising to see some of your favorite NBA superstars' spotlight being stolen from newbie NBA players. New players are getting good through the years. Here is the spotlight that was theirs until it was stolen. By the way, make sure to click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all of our engaging videos, and use that trigger finger by smashing the like button. Now, let's get into it. Monta Ellis. Think back to the pre-dynasty Golden State Warriors. There was a time when they had the most important decision on their hands for their franchise moving forward. It just so happens that it wasn't important at the moment. If only they knew how close they were to throwing away a dynasty. When Stephen Curry was just a little young, scrawny rookie point guard with his father Del Curry's shooting range, there was a player who owned the Bay Area and the fans in it. That was gunning shooting guard Monta Ellis. In 2009-2010, Ellis was riding high with the Golden State Warriors. It was his team until some rookie came along and challenged that. That was Curry. However, as most fans fail to realize, the Warriors' backcourt of Curry and Ellis did just fine that season and the next one. Ellis led the way with 25.5 points per game in 2009 and 2010, and had another 24.1 points in 2010-2011. Curry, still fresh off that remarkable NCAA run with Davidson, averaged 17.5 points in 2009-2010 and 18.6 points per game in 2010-2011. What you're seeing in the Splash Brothers was already in place with these two. Too bad it didn't work. There were cases where Monta Ellis was thought to be a member of the gang. That was so not true. He played the game of basketball with his energy constantly on 100%. At that time, crip walking and finger flashing were a part of the urban community, and Ellis made his stance. But Warriors management weren't too thrilled, and they acted as such. In 2011, the Warriors sent Ellis and his explosive talents to the Milwaukee Bucks for wing Steven Jackson and center Andrew Bogut in order to get better on the defensive side. That trade basically created the foundation for what we see today. LaMarcus Aldridge. Quote, "It's always tough for me to find that balance where I want to tell Damian not to do this or this is better. But I don't want him to feel like I'm trying to hold him back from being who he wants to be. I do regret not talking to him at times, but also I feel like he was trying to find himself." Aldridge signed a free agent deal with the Spurs in 2015 and has spent the past 3 seasons in San Antonio. I would say him and I have learned a lot more about each other since I left that would have helped us when I was there. So I've learned from that, and I'm trying to be better and not worry if I come off a certain way, because I feel like when people know who I am as a person, they know I have no ill will. I'm more reserved, so I didn't want to come off as trying to stifle his shine. I just got back in the corner and let him do his thing. I feel like if him and I communicated as much as we do now, then things would have been totally different. The fact that Lynn and the Knicks parted ways on less than ideal terms will create a story that the media will inevitably run with. Brooklyn and New York play with each other 4 times per season as Atlantic Division rivals. It was an interesting year in New York City. Danny Granger. A lot changed while Danny was recovering from his injuries. Pacers forward Paul George has taken over as the go-to guy on offense, being named to his first Eastern Conference All-Star team in the process. George was averaging career highs in points, 17.6, rebounds, 7.9, assists, 4.0, steals, 1.8, and blocks, 0.7. He was also shooting a stellar 38.2% from behind the arc at the time. With Paul taking on a much larger and more important role in the team's game plan, Danny has decided to put any ego he has to the side and drop his status as the franchise player to George. Quote, "I have no problem. I've been in the league 8 years. I have no problem passing the mantle to him, to leave the team to Roy Hibbert and George," Danny said. "My whole team I watched get drafted. I've watched all of them grow. So I have no problem passing the mantle at all." We hear all the time about how sports are businesses, which they are, but there's also a personal side to things. Paul George of the Indiana Pacers indicated as much when publicizing his feelings on the trade that sent Danny Granger to the Philadelphia 76ers for Evan Turner. George turned to his Instagram account, venting about the swap and how he'll miss Granger's presence. Quote, "On a serious note, upset day for me losing a big brother and mentor, hate to see him leave us. You helped me so far along the way, bro. Still one of my toughest matchups. Nothing but love for you, Geezy." In a lot of respects, it makes sense that George would be upset by the move. Ever since he came into the league as a part of the 2010 draft, Granger has been his teammate. Along with Roy Hibbert and Lance Stevenson, Granger was the only player remaining from George's rookie season, and now he's gone. Which among these duos are you familiar with? Let us know in the comments section below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so we can give you more of the best content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.